This week on Rush Outdoors, we're braving the frigid temperatures chasing whitetails in New York. Then we're looking for big bucket mouths in the Sunshine State. We'll explore the not-so-flattering side of the outdoors with Swing and a Miss. And, of course, member footage with Rush Uncut. Rush Outdoors starts right now.
Shoot him. He is a dandy.
I can't believe that just happened.
I'm just a nice buck.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Absolutely incredible. Nice buck in the ground.
What a nice buck.
That was freaking awesome.
Rush Outdoors is brought to you by Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store. Closed captioning for Rush Outdoors is brought to you by the Wayne County Department of Tourism. Look them up online at waynecountytourism.com.
Hey everyone, welcome to Rush Outdoors. I'm Real Tree Pro Staffer Tim Anders. Today I'm in snowy Orleans County. It's late muzzleloader season. It's cold, but the good news is we're headed to a shadow hunter blind to stay warm. Gonna try to fill a tag for either a buck or a doe to make some sausage, and it is nasty out. You can hear the plows in the background. We got probably 6-8 inches of snow this morning, and there's more coming, so follow me along. Okay everyone, we just got in the blind. So far the snow hasn't hit us yet, but it's on its way, they're saying. Catching midday movement here, looking for a buck or a doe. It's late muzzleloader season. You can see by my breath, it's cold. But we're in the shadow hunter and we're cozy, and now I know why they call it the total comfort hunting blind. All right, while we're waiting for the deer, let's join Pro Staffer John Lennox. He also is hunting on a day just like this in his shadow hunter blind, doing some deer management.
You know, the 2016 archery season was really good to me. I was lucky enough to take a doe in the early season out of my shadow hunter blind. And then when the rut kicked in, I was able to take a really respectable New York buck right here in Allegheny County. But you know, when gun season kicked in, for me anyway, deer movement just kind of disappeared. And you know, try as I might, I just wasn't able to see any buck activity. And you know, I kept making the right decisions. I kept hunting the wind, and really it just became a matter of perseverance and just, you know, trying to outwork them and outsmart them, and it just really didn't come together. You know, when the late muzzleloader season came around, you know, I'm always excited to get that CVA out. But again, the weather just is not what I was looking for. It was a little bit warmer than normal, and just weren't getting the snow that I would have liked. And on that first weekend of the late archery muzzleloader season, I woke up and found just what I was looking for. I mean, the clouds had opened up, the temperature had dropped, and it was just a beautiful blanket of snow falling here in the Allegheny Mountains. You know, and I knew right away that that was the day that I needed to get into that shadow hunter blind. And so I started getting my gear ready, and the snow just kept falling. And the other thing that was falling was the thermometer. I mean, the temperature had dropped into about 16 degrees. The wind was blowing, and the wind chill was down around 0. And that's really, you know, why we're so thankful to have a partner like Shadow Hunter Blinds. They truly are a game changer. You can get in your Shadow Hunter blind that's going to keep you out of the wind, the snow, the rain. You know, you can put a little heater in there and keep yourself warm. And that was exactly what I was going to do this day. I was going to try to get into that blind early, let the heater do its trick, let the Shadow Hunter do its trick, because I know that with this nasty weather, it was going to start pushing deer to this Whitetail Institute food plot. Well, I got all my gear loaded onto my machine and I started heading up the mountain, and as I was leaving, the snow was just starting to dissipate a little bit, and I knew that the deer were going to be on their feet, and it was just a matter of, are they going to be on that Whitetail Institute food plot when I'm in that Shadow Hunter blind? you know, I climbed up into the blind, and sure enough, I get in there. I don't even get things set up. I mean, I don't even get the heater going. I don't even have my coat off. I don't even have my tripod set up with the camera on it. I'm actually reaching into my backpack, pulling that camera out, and I look up, and there's 4 deer standing there.
Before the calm, before the hunt, before the climb, it starts with a passion, and that passion starts at Runnings, the best gear and supplies from the most trusted brands in hunting. When you get the shot, will you be ready? Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
The shores of Lake Ontario and Orleans County have long been an angler's dream. Recently named the World Fishing Network's ultimate fishing town, Point Breeze offers world-class fishing for lake trout, brown trout, and steelhead, as well as coho, Atlantic, and Chinook salmon. A full-service marina will help with all of your boating needs, while abundant tackle shops and one of the premier charter fleets on Lake Ontario can help you catch your next trophy. Numerous restaurants are available, and at the end of the day, our lodging facilities will provide you with a comfortable place to relax. Hook up with one of our finny friends right here in Orleans County. I love New York.
Shadow Hunter professional grade hunting blinds. Innovation that lets you hunt like a pro. Proudly made in the American heartland. Our systems elevate you to the perfect vantage point and are engineered for your total comfort and concealment. Built to a higher standard, the customizable Shadow Hunter system keeps you on top of your game. Start hunting like a pro today. Find your dealer at shadowhunterblinds.com.
Hi, I'm Todd. Welcome to the Thousand Islands Bait Store. Our job here at the TI Bait Store is to make sure you have everything for your next fishing adventure. Endless rods and reels. Live bait, we have it for every species. Tackle, fishing lures, nobody beats our inventory. There's much more to the TI Bait Store than just fishing. Shirts, sweatshirts, and rain gear, we have them. Cold beverages. We appreciate your business and thank you for shopping the Thousand Islands Bait Store.
Rush Outdoors is also brought to you by Orleans County, Shadow Hunter Blinds, the New York Sportsman's Expo, PSC Archery, CVA, Beretta, Scent Lock, Nocturnal Lighted Knocks, Block Targets, IQ Bow Sights, True Fire Releases, Coyote Eyewear, Hoorag, North Country Troopers Assisting Troops, Bedford Camera and Video, and Carlson's Choke Tubes.
And as I'm filming them, you know, of course your heart rate's going a little bit, you're getting excited, and then it hits me. How are you going to shoot a deer with the camera in your hand and the CVA muzzleloader hanging on a hook? So then it became a matter of getting that camera onto the tripod. And my next challenge was, because these deer were getting closer, is getting that window open in the Shadow Hunter without spooking them. And really, that's one of the beauties of these Shadow Hunter blinds. I mean, the concealment is wonderful. They keep you out of the elements, which you can't ask for anything more, but they are so whisper quiet. These deer were within 40 yards. They never heard me open that window. And I thank my lucky stars every day, because if they'd have heard me, that hunt would have been over. Well, that's the way to end the season here in New York. I mean, I literally just got set up in my Shadow Hunter blind. I didn't even get the heater set up. I mean, I literally got up, took my heavy coat off, and got myself set up. I didn't even have the camera on the tripod yet. And I looked over and there's a deer standing there, and then two more followed it out. And I mean, it's literally 2:30. And it's about 16 degrees. I mean, it's cold out. And these deer just finally came out here to feed. How about that CVA, huh? Right in its tracks. You can't ask for anything other than that. So, the way to end the New York season, unbelievable. Whew, thank you, Shadow Hunter. Thank you, CVA. Even got my scent lock on, which, you know, never hunt without it. Unbelievable. Well, when it's all said and done, you know, every one of us that takes to the whitetail woods in the fall and the winter is looking for that big rack. But the reality is, a successful hunt like this is going to put venison in the freezer, and I just had an absolute blast. You know, I've said it before, and I'll say it 100 times. Shadow hunter blinds truly are a game changer. You know, you're able to get in there and hunt in conditions that you might not have been able to sit it out if you were, you know, in a tree stand or sitting on the ground. And that's really what it is, especially in that late season. For me, the late season really is a waiting game. I'm gonna get in my spot and I'm gonna hunt and I'm gonna try to be there as much as I can and wait those deer out, because I know that eventually they're gonna push themselves to that Whitetail Institute plot. And that's what happened on this hunt. They just got there a little bit earlier than I thought they would, but thanks to the Shadow Hunter and the CVA, it worked out perfectly.
Hey John, great looking doe, way to fill the freezer. Now if one would just cooperate with us, I'd like to fill my freezer too.
Rush Outdoors is also brought to you by the Thousand Island Bait Store, Muzzy Broadheads, Glendale 3D Archery Targets, Millennium Tree Stands, Nikon Optics, Real Tree, North Country Storage Barns, Hunter Safety Systems, The Roxy, Thermacell, Whitetail Institute, The Resort at Snug Harbor, Pathfinder Luggage, Covert Scouting Cameras, Voss Signs, Better the Hunt, and Briars Riverside Market.
We just had a flock of geese fly over headed south. I know why, because it's like 19 degrees out, wind chill's around 10. But where we're going to next is John Lennox's favorite place to go when it's cold, Florida. Him and his brother Kevin are down there catching big largemouths. Let's check it out.
You know, growing up in Western New York, it seemed like every farm pond within a half-hour bike ride of my house was just stocked full of stunted largemouth bass. You know, growing up into an adult, I really had never given any thought to taking an out-of-state bass fishing trip. But that all changed back in January of 2017 when we met the Montgomery family at the Great New York Sportsman's Expo in Syracuse. They were there promoting Montgomery Outdoor Adventures, which is their whitetail and turkey outfit in Ohio. And while we were talking with them about potentially coming out to film an episode, they let it slip that they owned a fishing lodge in Florida. Tracy's Point Fishing Lodge is located on Lake Panisofsky, which is about an hour and a half from Tampa. Now, Lake Panisofsky is a large body of water, but it's only about 13 feet deep at its deepest, and it is full of huge largemouth bass. They've also got pickerel and a fish they call a mudfish, which up here we call it a bowfin, and of course just loads and loads of panfish. You know, like any trip, it's made by the people that you travel with, and on this trip, the perfect person was my brother Kevin. You know, during the hunting season, we're attached at the hip from October through really the middle of December. But in the off season, I really don't get to see him a whole lot just because, you know, we live so far apart, different interests, different jobs. And, you know, I know he loves to fish, and this was an opportunity to head down to Florida with him and experience something that either of us had really ever experienced before. There we go. Tracy's Point Fishing Lodge.
Big bass.
Get him, Kev, get him.
Oh yeah.
Man. Holy smoke. Wow. Haven't been out here, what, 20 minutes?
That's good. Got him. Nice fish. Starting to get dark. They're hitting top water. Breaking all around us.
When you first pull into Tracy's Point Fishing Lodge, it really has the feel of a private little community. Kyle Montgomery keeps the grounds absolutely impeccable. And they've got a number of lodges that you can stay in that are clean and they're comfortable. They've got 2 bedrooms, a full bath, a full kitchen, and it's really the kind of place, you know, you want to go back and lay your head at night after you've spent a hard day of fishing. And the nice surprise is that they have a fully stocked tackle shop right there. So we were able to get everything that we needed for 3 great days of fishing for largemouth bass on Lake Panisofsky. You know, to wrap this whole trip up in a nutshell, you know, taking an out-of-state bass fishing trip is not something that I really wanted to do. You know, again, as a kid, I could catch largemouth bass in just about any farm pond by my house in North Boston, New York. And when we got down there, Kyle really did show us a great time. He put us on some big bass. And then we got to explore the area, and there's so much to do in Florida other than just fish. You know, we got to do the Wiki Watchy tour, we got to do the Wild Bill's airboat rides. Kevin actually got to play with some alligators while we were fishing. I was trying to convince him to let the alligator grab his lure, and he wouldn't do it, only because I think he was afraid to have to take the alligator off the line. But there is just so much to do there. It's so comfortable, it's so relaxing. I really can't wait to get back, and I'm hoping I can take some of the other Rush guys with me next time.
Hey John, great fishing trip. Anytime you can fish is fun. When you got your brother with you, it's even better.
Oh hey, Dave Morgan from Rush Uncut. And when I want to know what's going on in New York State, I turn to the New York Outdoor News.
Okay, now it's time for this week's Covert Corner brought by Covert Scouting Cameras. This week we feature picks on by pro staffer John Lennox, big old black bear, and look what's right behind that bear. And you guessed it, Shadow Hunter blind. Couldn't ask for much more. Covert Scouting Camera, big old black bear, and a Shadow Hunter blind, and a beautiful day in New York. Doesn't get any better than that. Thanks for sharing, John. And everyone at Rush Outdoors relies on Covert Scouting Cameras.
Hi, I'm Victoria Firtshaw, and we'll be back in 60 seconds with this week's Swing and a Miss, brought to you by Tim's Guns of Elbridge, New York.
At the Whitetail Institute, there's a lot of things we could talk about, like pioneering the food plot industry, our extensive research, or our customer success and the world and state records we've helped produce. But what we don't talk enough about is our customer service, and like our product line, is by far the best in the business. We have the expertise to help you improve the quality of your deer and your deer hunting. So contact us today. The call and the consultation are free. We look forward to the opportunity to earn your business.
Today I'd like to talk to you about cozy cabins from North Country Storage Barn. With 7 styles of certified log homes and log cabins, you can find the camp or home that fits both your lifestyle and your budget. These Amish-built cabins come with finished interiors, knotty pine walls, and multiple flooring options. And spacious rooms will give you plenty of comfortable living space. The full line of Amish-built furniture, sheds, swing sets, and much more. Visit North Country Storage Barns today at Sandy Creek, Philadelphia, New York.
Welcome to Swing and a Miss. This is a segment of the show where we feature footage of hunts that don't always go as planned. Now, just to show you that I'm not perfect, let's follow along with my dad and I as we go on a turkey hunt in Pennsylvania. Hey, at least I could say I get my missing from my dad, but we'll try again next time. That's it for this week's Swing and a Miss, brought to you by Tim's Guns of Elbridge, New York. I'll catch you next week.
The hunter's choice in predator hunting lights. The smallest, brightest, most versatile, durable lights on today's market.
99.9% customer satisfactory rating. 100% guaranteed with a 3-year warranty.
You'll never be left out in the dark. The ultimate in predator hunting lights. NightEyesLights.com.
Before the dawn, before the decoys, before the call. It starts with a passion, and that passion starts at Runnings. The best gear and supplies from the most trusted brands in hunting. When you get the shot, will you be ready? Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
Here we go.
Perfect. Big old gobbler. Now that's a fish. Good buck. Beautiful, beautiful pike.
Rush Uncut is brought to you by Sapphire Grills.
All right, Brandon, you ready to do a little Rush Uncut?
I am, Dave. But first, got a special treat for you.
Oh.
We're cooking lobsters.
Oh, don't tell Guzzy. All I can think about is those lobsters. But hey, welcome to Rush Uncut. I'm your host, Dave Morgan. We're here at the Cozy Cabin. Of course, we got those lobster tails on the Sapphire, getting ready for that. But let's get into Rush Uncut. And why don't you tell the guys at home about Rush Uncut?
All right, Dave. Rush Uncut's the member-driven portion of our show where you, the viewer, get to see yourself on TV.
Let's get right at it. First up, Rush Uncut member Hunter King. And it's springtime in Central New York. We're chasing gobblers.
Go get him, son. Go get him. I'm Rush Uncut member Mike King, and this is my son Hunter, 14-year-old son Hunter. He just shot his second bird of the season. Great experience, great hunt. The bird come out strutting like crazy. I wanted him to wait a little bit longer, but he got a little anxious, so I would let him take the shot. It was an easy shot, 30-yard shot. This bird has got some serious spurs on it. 1.25 inch, maybe 1 3/8 spurs. A real trophy for New York area, especially a high-pressured area. Great beard. All at 9 inches, maybe 9.5. Heavy 20-pounder. Just great experience with my son here on a beautiful New York, Madison County morning. Thanks for watching us. You're watching Rush Outdoors.
Few things as rewarding as introducing the youth to the great outdoors. Nice job, Hunter.
Going to Ohio, and that means Rush Uncut member Shane Smith. Springtime, going after the gobblers.
And Shane never disappoints.
Well, folks, today is May 8th, 2017, and I am officially tagged out for the 2017 season. And Philip and I have definitely teamed up this year and put some awesome footage together for Rush Uncut. Man, we got some awesome hunts from Florida to Kentucky to New York back to Ohio. I finished my season out with six gobblers, 5 longbeards and a young bird, and I got to give it all to Philip, man, because he's the one that made it all happen for me and putting it down on the TV show, man. It's definitely hard to film yourself on self-filming hunts, and to have a cameraman, man, I am truly blessed, and to have it with my son and share this with him is truly a blessing in disguise. So,
passion and hard work, that's how you get it done. Great job, Shane. Brandon, this is all you.
That's right, Dave. Picture of the week. This week we have Rush Uncut member Josh Passarello with a great coyote right here in New York.
Have you noticed the amount of membership we've gained in the last few months?
Absolutely.
I mean, it's so easy. Log on to rushoutdoors.com and follow the simple steps. Become a member today.
Or come down to the Great New York Sportsman's Expo last weekend in January, meet the entire Rush Outdoors crew, and sign up in person.
Hey, for the rest of the committee members who didn't want to show up for the shoot tonight, Brad, Keith, Guzzy, John, Norm, Big D, open it. The Sapphire has done us good. Hey folks, don't forget to rush outdoors with a camera.
Rush Uncut is brought to you by Sapphire Grills and by Fire Tower Doubles, Dovey Motors, Upstream Construction, The Rope Guys, The Snug Harbor Restaurant and Marina, Carolina Carports, Borquin's Farm Equipment with Simplicity and Ferris, Four Seasons Archery, Froggy 97 of Watertown, IBEW Local 43, and IBEW Local 1249.
Man, that wind is howling out there. I just opened the window for a minute here to take a peek out. I'm going to shut it soon. So it's time for us to get back to deer hunting. Plus, I don't want to eat my snacks in front of the camera. My cameraman has a chance to snag at them. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Also, let's not forget the Great New York Sportsman's Expo this coming January, the end of the month. Awesome time. You can get out of this kind of weather right here. Get inside, check out fishing charters, hunting guides, you name it, they have it. Check out the website listed below. From everyone at Rush Outdoors, I'm your host, Tim Andrus. I'll see you in the woods.
For more information on Rush Outdoors, like our Facebook page and follow us on Instagram and Twitter.
Keep brother.
Segment of the show. Welcome to Swingin' Welcome